Hello and welcome. My name is Ben Stainerson and I'm the Tonka Online Coordinator. In this short video, I want to go over the basic ideas of Tonka Online, some of our core values, and the way we work as a program. I also want to highlight some ways for you to enroll and register your child if you are so interested. Thanks again and welcome for taking a little bit of time out of your day. And I'm excited that you're here and I want to show you a couple things about our program. So the first thing I want to talk about is just some core things about our program in general. We have been a growing online program for several years and are really excited to offer both supplemental, so students can stay enrolled in their home district and take one or two online classes, and also they can enroll in our program full time and take our online courses as well. So I want to just kind of go over some of those big ideas and what that means for online students in our program. The thing that drives our program is there's really this dedication to quality. And it's a thing that keeps coming back to working with the program and our teachers coming back to being a high quality education program and an educator in our program. So we really do strive to have a program that emulates what a student would experience in our online and deliver that high quality experience to all of our online students. Here's some core values that we feel that set our program a little bit apart from others. One is our courses are designed and taught by our teachers. We don't purchase content from other providers, but we build the content and deliver the content with our own experienced staff. We're accredited by the Minnesota Department of Education and the NCAA. And we do at the high school level, so grades 9 through 12, provide asynchronous classes that allow students to fit that into their flexible scheduling as they need, kind of create their own schedule. So that means we don't have set times for students to watch and interact in live lessons, but they do have pre-recorded lessons and also lots of great content that's posted. So on demand, students can get those materials and learn in a really supportive environment. And I'll talk more about that in the next slides. All right, so a few things, quick overview. Our K-8 full-time is more synchronous. Our 9-12 is designed to be more asynchronous, flexible learning for those students. And there is no fee if you are enrolling either as a supplemental student or a full-time student if it's part of your school day. So if there's no additional classes during the school year or summer class, then there's no fee. If there is an additional class or if it's taken in the summer, then there is a small fee, $375 for a half credit and $275 for a PE credit during those terms. We do have scholarships available. And any summer class, if you're interested in learning more about that, please let me know. But any summer class, it does count towards credit in the high school if it's taken between the 8th and 9th grade year. All right, so those are a couple of general ideas. I do want to share a few questions that people often ask me about our online program, and I'll get to some of these, but I want to make sure that you know too if there are other questions that you have. I'm going to put up my contact information at the end of this, and you can definitely send an email or give me a call. So a lot of questions that are asked about how does this fit into a schedule. So I'll talk to that. I'll address that a little bit. If we are taking a summer online class, how does that work? And what does a typical online class look like? And how much time and support is available for students? So I'm going to get to a lot of these things as we go along. Please know that our online classes are housed on a website called Schoology. It's accessible through any device that has a web browser and access. So it could be a tablet, it could be a phone, it could be a computer. A lot of the things that we build are device agnostic, so any device would work. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly is what does it mean to be an asynchronous student in our Tonka Online environment? And I'm going to tell you right away that our teachers are setting aside time to connect with students. They really work and try to build relationships, even though it's an online environment. And there's a lot of support and monitoring. So students still have the flexibility and the freedom to log in during the day when they need to and when it fits in their schedule. But we do ask them to log into the system every day for attendance and then engage from there. So they can decide on what level of engagement works for them that day, but know that they need to get work submitted within certain parameters and timeframes. So we do have due dates and deadlines kind of as boundaries and bumpers to help students stay on course during the term. There's a lot of teacher support that they can reach out to the teacher, ask for a meeting, could be a virtual meeting. They can get support and through Schoology by sending the teacher a Schoology message or sending them an email. A lot of times students will also attach work that they're working on so they can get a more dedicated and more focused response. So there's a lot of ways that we can support the learning during the process, but the student does need a plan for a significant time. Like I said before, these are rigorous courses that are aligned very closely with their in-person counterparts. So they need to plan for that time of engagement throughout the term, and our terms are semester-based 18-week terms. And so we say that you need about 70 or 80 hours of engagement. Now, that is not always screen time engagement. That could be reading, that could be taking notes, that could be doing a variety of projects, but it is engagement in the course that is necessary for that highest level of success. And we do have and match our term start and end dates that are on our district calendar. So following the Minnetonka Schools district calendar is also something we do with our online program. All right, so that's a lot of things, and I wanted to make sure that I'm hitting them in this webinar. I'm going to talk really fast to help you get things done. So the other thing that we talk about is how does this count towards graduation? They are the same kinds of credits that are earned in our brick and mortar classes. They meet Minnesota State standards and their course and their NCAA approved. The other thing is how much time or what supports do we have? Sorry, what supports do we have for students? And we have a very community relationship based approach from our teaching staff. We do have for full-time students. It's a little different because they're taking all of their classes online. We do have an advisory each week to help them kind of get set up. We talk about study skills. We talk about what's going on, and we kind of make some connections that way. Also, full-time students have access to high school sports and clubs if they so choose and can provide that transportation. And we also have a high school counselor and other support staff that help and provide support along the way. All right, so what's the other thing to take a look at? Well, we're going to kind of preview some courses, and then I'm going to show you some ways to enroll and register if you're so interested. Our typical courses are housed in Schoology. Here's a sample Schoology page, and they will have common things like there's a welcome folder. There are lesson folders and subject folders, and inside each lesson folder, students work top down with the resources that they have. So whether it be videos or other learning materials, and then some skill checks along the way. So a lot of times in Schoology, students will work to figure out how does this fit, but they want to make sure that they're working from a folder point of view, top down in those classes to get the best out of those courses. We have teachers that work really hard to provide multiple methods of delivery for content, pacing and guidelines. We also work to have an organization system that's consistent and clear. And we also have a lot of different kinds of projects and engaging learning activities along the way. So there's a variety in each of the courses. Teachers work hard to what they feel is the best way to deliver that content online, but also provide an engaging and way for those students to prevent or get exposure to the material and learn. All right. The other thing is we do have ways for students to track their progress too. A lot of students will have, a lot of classes will have student progress and monitoring, and that allows them to see how much of the percent of the class and the folder that they've done, and helps them kind of just keep an idea of what's going on in the class and move forward as well. So the other thing is the time commitment for students. I mentioned this already. And if you're taking a semester class, you do want to spend a significant amount of time spaced throughout that 18 weeks. And the idea is that routine engagement. So it's really important that students build this into their schedule, build this into their routine, and we can help if you need to help kind of guide and drive some of that thinking. But it's really important for those students to know that they're coming into taking a class. The learning mode is different, but the class experience is really the same as they would have as an in-person student. All right. If you're interested in a supplemental course, we do offer all of our courses as supplemental options as well. They are asynchronous. They can be registered through our website, and I'll show you where to find those if you're from out of district. If you're in district, you talk with your counselor and work through those types of things as well. And then lastly, if you are interested in a summer class, a lot of our students take summer PE. Those are also set up in our registration system as well. So you can work through either the counselor, or if you're out of district, there are some links I'll show at the end of our presentation that you can find that too. We have Yoga Fit and Wellness B. The A classes meet the A standards, the B classes meet the B standards. You can take one in a summer term. You can't take both, but you can take one. And then we do have some other things that are available as well. When you're taking that yoga or that wellness or that fitness, there are weekly assignments. So make sure that your child is ready for those weekly assignments. They need to do both knowledge assignments and fitness assignments. So to meet the standards, there's both. And for the fitness, they need to do 4 activities during the week. They're at least 30 minutes long, and they do a video reflection afterwards. And there's a lot more detail inside those courses, but just to give you kind of a quick overview what that looks like. If you're doing a summer math class, if that math is an acceleration, we would ask you to work with your advanced learning coordinator at your site, and then we would process that through. A lot of times, students who take geometry over the summer do a split where they have the first half of the geometry or the semester one in the one summer, then they move into their next math class during the school year, and they take the second in the following summer. So geometry is unique because it can be split that way, but there are some other things that you can look for with your advanced learning coordinator as well. We work with families if they're doing a summer vacation, so that we say like about a 2-week window is you can work around, you can work ahead or catch up. If it's longer than that, we really want you to work with your teacher and figure out ways to make sure that you're getting the material done. 10 weeks goes by really fast. So we want to make sure you're getting a good experience and still able to experience a little bit of summer break as well. All right. If you don't go to Minnetonka Public Schools, our website is going to be your place to get more information about our program and then what to do next. So when you go to tonkaonline.org or through the Minnetonka Schools website and choose the Tonka Online School, you're going to find a lot of information there. And these are the navigation panes on the far right that you want to look for. If you're looking for enrollment, there are some out-of-district enrollment for full-time. Make sure you choose the full-time enrollment process. And then if you're looking for supplemental, we do have some forms that you would fill out, and that starts the supplemental process. So knowing those two things will be kind of dividing out on the website so you go to the right spot. And if you ever get stuck, make sure you reach out, and I can definitely help you along. And then just know that our high school, our 912, has a specific spot that will also list the courses. So there's a menu down at the bottom of the website once you click on high school. And then there are some buttons that will help you enroll if you so choose after you kind of look at our course list and if you have any things that you might have questions about. Please know that the contact information, mine is right there on the bottom of the sidebar for grades 9-12. The Tonka Online email is one I check every day, and I have my phone number there as well. So definitely reach out if you have some questions. Again, my name is Ben Steinerson. I'm glad you took a little bit of time to learn more about our program and how to register for today. And the assistant principal at the high school that works with the program is Mr. Best. So here's our 2 contact informations. Please check them out if you have any more questions. Happy that you were here today to learn a little bit more about our program. And please reach out if you have questions along the way. Thanks, and have a great day.